Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to the Pacific Northwest. I hope I'm grabbing the right header for potatoes. I think I am. It's time to fill out the need for the restaurant. The good news for us is the price is going up both at the bakery and agro wholesales. I mean, we were talking like low 120. It was like 125 at the agro wholesales, and I think it was like $99 at the bakery, and now they're both approaching, well, the agro wholesales is getting close to 200,000. Yeah, 200,000. $200 per 1,000. I do that a lot. Let's unfold this here. So right now what we're going to do is the truck is right down there, but this stuff will be going right into the silo right there until we can figure out who has a higher price, and that's who we're going to sell it to. I believe this is the right one. Yep, we are filling up with potatoes, so this is the correct header that we need. When I get down to this end, I'm going to do a couple headlands back and forth because I may put this on a worker later on. We don't have too much time left before it gets dark, if we shall. I mean, well, what we could do is just work until nighttime, and the price is still going up. We'll just head to bed and make the deliveries in the morning. It's either a delivery or deliveries, depending on where we're bringing it. If it's to the bakery, then we'll be using the truck and trailer. If it's to agro wholesales, we'll be using the train. And I don't know how many deliveries it'll take with the train either, because I'm not used to the train, so I can't always know how much a cart can hold and which carts will take the potatoes. But she shall be happy that they're finally getting their potatoes. Alright, let me turn around here again. Of course, this field will need to be plowed before we reseed it. And I don't think we're going to be doing a root crop again right away. So maybe a crop that we can probably turn around and sell. Like I said, I'll probably have to check the pig food mixer to make sure we have enough rapeseed to put in there. Might actually have some in the silo over there as well to put in there. But then we'll have to see what we can go ahead and plant in here. Like I said, it'd be nice to make a little bit of cash. We made some cash in this in-game day. Last episode, yeah, long episode, about an hour long it at the end, for cutting grass, baling it, wrapping it, selling it. Yeah, that's what you get for doing silage bales like that. It takes a long time to wrap them for sure. Like I said, maybe next time that'll be a job that Frank can do while we're back at Mercury Farms. So just by going on this here, I'm just trying to figure out how much we're going to get off this field. Maybe 3 trailer loads, somewhere in there. So not a great deal amount of money, but money nonetheless. And like I said, we need to turn this field over. I need to grab that case Quadratech and get that off the cotton field before the crops start to grow. Don't want to be doing any crop destruction. Although I think in the first growth stage you can't destroy the crops, so we'll be fine. But you know, we need to get it off there either way and bring it back here and probably reseed this field tomorrow morning. Because I don't see us getting this field turned over that quickly. I gotta bring the, well, we do have, I keep forgetting, we have the John Deere over here. The John Deere did do some weeding in the cornfield the other day. So we do have that John Deere, although I had to take off the narrow tires on it if he's going to plow the field. You got to get rid of those narrow tires and put on some good ones. So maybe we'll use a John Deere to plow this field with. Put on those big balloon tires. Hey, come on, potatoes. I was close enough. Thought I was just going to suck them up in there. Guess not. But it feels good to actually, last episode, to actually bring in money rather than spend it. So overall, I think we made about 100 grand. I mean, we made more than that from the silage bales, but ended up being like 100 grand because we bought that little apple orchard up there by the chicken farm. That'll bring us in $2,400 a day. I mean, it's not a lot, but you know what? It's something. But the problem is, well, I don't want to say problem. We paid 12 grand for it, so it's going to take about, let's see, that's 5 days for it to pay off if we can keep it with water and manure from the sheep. Well, she's filling up nicely, which is good for us. So I'm thinking we'll definitely be bringing this up to the agro wholesales up to the northeast. So that means we'll be using the train. That price does seem a lot better than the bakery. Of course, I say a lot better, we're talking $30 per 1,000 difference. But every little penny is going to count. Now, I'm just picturing the restaurant wanting potatoes. I don't see the restaurant asking for potatoes again, but you never know. And probably from now on, when we do root crop harvesting, it will be potatoes because, well, being the Pacific Northwest, Idaho is kind of known for potatoes. I don't know, maybe they do sugar beet up there. I don't know much about sugar beet, where it's actually grown. I'm just trying to remember if this field's going to need lime or anything like that. Like I said, we definitely know it's going to need to be plowed. But if it needs lime, we'll take care of it. Like always, trying to make the field 100%. Now I'm recording this episode. I mean, I just got finishing recording last episode. I'm recording these back to back. But I was talking about what to do once we start making money. I don't know if I should start paying off some loan or buy another field. Obviously, the more fields you have, the more money you can start bringing in. So I think that's probably the route we're going to go. I'm not going to just keep buying fields and not paying off the loan at all, because that's, 160 grand a night hurts. It does hurt. I did not expect it to be that much. I was expecting to be somewhere closer to 100 grand. Which, that still does hurt as well. Every little potato counts here. So yeah, I'm thinking it's better off just to take, say, $750,000. Paying that off the loan is not going to save that much in interest. So I'd rather spend $750,000 to buy a field. I'm just shooting out a number on the field I'm thinking about buying. I should check it. But it's better off to put that money towards the field and get a good amount of crop off the field and sell it that way. And of course, once our animals really start producing product for us, then that'll help out. But that grass field, knowing that grass field can kind of give us, at least 100 grand. I'm just going to say 100 grand. And we got like 125 off of it. Actually, I think it was 130. But we were getting $211 per 1,000, which is pretty darn good for silage. But if that can shoot out 100 grand every 2 days, that's definitely going to sustain the bank account for a little while. Alright, one thing I gotta remember is I gotta keep track of the capacity of this thing, because sometimes on harvesters and farming sim, I just forget that, I gotta pay attention to that. Yeah, you've seen a couple times when I'm just driving along, just chatting on the microphone, and also I'm like, why is this picking up speed? Oh, because the combine is full, or the harvester is full, and I'm destroying crops. We don't want to be doing that. Alright, so I was hoping for 3 full harvesters out of here, but as you can see, we're just now getting full. I mean, 2 harvesters for sure. So maybe 2 1/4, 2 1/2, somewhere around there. I'm going to start putting the pipe out now. So actually it looks like I might get this done. We're going to get this done tonight. That's for sure. We're zipping along pretty darn good. So when I get to the end of the field here, if I'm not full by then, we'll definitely unload it when we get to the end anyways. And we are just about full here. Yep, there we go. And I've probably destroyed some potatoes. Yeah, not much though. Alright, let's zip on over here. Get our first load, and then, yep, put him on a worker while we're transporting this over to the silo until we figure out what we're doing with him. But I'm almost 95% sure that we'll be taking the train. So while that's unloading, looks like we got some weeds growing up here. Yeah, so right now, agro wholesale's 184, bakery 163, but both prices are climbing. So, which is good. I'm glad we held off on the potatoes, because when I was doing the silage bales, this was like 125 and this was 99. So that, we're almost doubling the price here. I was going like this. This says needs plowing, so if I take off plowing, does not need lime, so we should be all set there. Alright, let me get this guy going a little bit here. Hire a worker. So that will allow us to head to that silo. And actually there's a... I was like, I have to go all the way around. Nope, I do not. I mean, right across the street. Perfect. I can zip out in front of that guy, no problem. So here's 90,000 liters of potatoes. And in a little while, we'll have another 90,000. Just have unloaded our second load into the truck. Well, actually into the trailer. If I put it in the truck, that might be kind of difficult. But as you can see, it's starting to get dark, so lights are on. I mean, I don't really need the lights just yet, but, it's 7:30. That's usually, quote-unquote, when it's, I don't want to say dark out, but it's usually quitting time for me. Except for tonight, I want to finish up this harvest right here. That way we can check out the price here in just a second. If it has stopped going up, then we'll probably sell it tonight just to make sure. Because usually in farming sim, when the price goes up and stops, that means next time it's going to go down. It doesn't go up and stop, then go up and... I always see it go up, then it goes down, then go up, and it doesn't go up, stop, it's... and who knows, maybe a great demand will happen. I hope the price is still going up when we get done, and maybe in the morning we'll get like, hey, there's a great demand for potatoes. But, I've said this before, in 19, when there's a great demand, it doesn't mean that the price is the best. Actually, I don't think that was the case in 17 either. In 15, when there was a great demand, the price was like 1.5 times better than the average price, usually. Yeah, when there's a great demand in 15, it was like, oh wow, look at the price of that. In 19, I've seen great demands and go there and see what they're offering at the wherever they're offering the great demand. It's like, really? Well, that place wants the same crop and they're offering a better price than your great demand. But every time a great demand pops up, it's, and if I do have stuff in the silo, it'll be like, oh, is it for what I have? So looks like we're gonna get at least, we got 200,000 liters now, so that's not that bad. Yeah, I'm hoping to get at least 40 grand off this field, which doesn't seem like much when you have a $55 million loan. But really, 40 grand playing on hard economy off a field like this is not bad at all. But once we figure out what we're doing with these taters, like I said, the price is going up, then we're just going right to bed, wake up in the morning, and it should be okay. But if the price has stabilized, then we probably need to sell it tonight, because we could wake up in the morning and see that it's going down. Alright, we'll put the pipe out. And really, I would like to see both prices before we sell stabilized, because I don't want to go up and sell it to agro wholesales and find out the bakery caught up to it and went over the price. Alright. Now I probably should have harvested in... Can you actually crab walk in this thing? Should be able to. Toggle steering mode, yeah. But the reason why you do that, instead of just keep putting all that weight in the same row, you kind of like disperse the weight over the soil. You don't keep compacting it. But in my opinion, if you got to plow the field anyways right afterwards, I don't think it would hurt it. Alright, so what are we doing with these taters? What is the price doing? Where are we here? I was like, wow, look at the price. Those are eggs. Yeah, so the bakery is kind of slowly catching up to agro wholesales. But the price is still going up. So what we're going to do is... Where's my truck? Here's my truck. Let's just go put it all into that silo. Because, like I said, at first I said I was 95% sure. Now I'm like 80%. Because I don't know what price is starting to go up first. But it seems like the bakery is slowly catching up to agro wholesales for potatoes. But I do feel better now. Like I said, we sold the silage, so we bumped up our money. Some, not a whole lot, but some. It's going to definitely help us when we wake up in the morning. You know, we should have somewhere around 600 grand if we don't sell the potatoes tonight, which we're not probably going to. But yeah, when we started this in-game day, we had like 640,000. So to only lose like 40 grand, I can deal with that. I can't deal with going underneath this. You know why? Because I did not lift up. I wish I was just a little bit higher, but it's fine. So I didn't see my total. How much? So 20 would get us up to 200,000 liters. Alright, so just shy of 210,000 liters of potatoes that we have. Rachael's going to be making french fries and potatoes with her steaks and a whole bunch of stuff for ages in that restaurant. Alright, that can be just... I'm just going to park my truck here because who else is going to deliver here at night? You know what? I think I just reached my limit of potatoes. So it must be that can only hold 200,000 liters of potatoes. Yep. which is odd because it says 400,000 liters. Oh, I know why it says 400,000 liters, because it's got a port. It's got one silo down here and one up north, so each one can only hold 200,000. All right, no big deal. Oh boy, my truck is way over here. Yep. Well, I'm going to drive. Wow, this got a lot of lights on it. Time to drive back to our log cabin and sleep for the night. Well, there's the nighttime shift. So yeah, we stayed above 600 grand, just barely. Just barely. Which does extend us probably to go 4 days for sure. We just got to keep bringing in the cash little by little until we get things stabilized here in the farm. So when I was doing the potatoes, I did happen to check the field in question that I wanted to buy. That is like $580,000. So, I mean, technically, well, you could buy the field now. Yeah, if I buy the field now, we're really screwed. So that's not going to happen. Actually, let's go down this way. So here's our corn. This corn is for the pigs. So that's not going to be a profitable harvest in a way. Alright, so first thing we got to check this morning when arriving to work in our parking spot here is we got to check some things out here. So, of course, we got weeds. And none of our fields are, so this is our field of cotton, grass, just harvested it, sunflower seeds, or sunflowers, they're not ready, corn is not ready, oats, I want to say, is that still wheat, or did I put oats there as well? No, it's wheat. So oats and oats, so nothing's ready for harvest, which is fine, because we got work to do anyways. But what we're here for is the potatoes, and yeah, agro wholesale's topped out at $191. And the bakery, yep, there's that. How are the animals doing? So our pigs, not too bad, really. They could use to be a little cleaning out. But if you remember, we started with this 84 pigs. We're up to 110. The chickens are slowly getting up there. Slowly. The sheep, the chickens are fine on food. Sheep could use a little bit of hay, which is not too bad. And the cows, it's too bad that I did not know that cow barn or whatever did not get messy. I mean, it's a minor thing. It's not that big of a deal. I'll just be cleaning up silage and bring it to the BGA. So it's not that big of a deal. They could use probably some Total Mix rations. And of course, our horses. Where is Falcon? So did he not gain? It looks like, okay, something I'm not used to. So if you don't train your horses, they decrease in value overnight because now they're at 3%. Falcon didn't go up at all, even though I rode him and cleaned him. But all the rest of it, maybe because I don't have oats in there. Oh, they have no water either. All right, oh well. Okay, so I forgot to give the horses water. So I need to find the train, which is right here. And let's break it up because the silo is way behind us. Alright, so I got to learn on the horses. I don't remember, never did horses without horse helper. So if you want to know what we're doing the horses, I recommend you go back and watch the last episode near the end. Kind of explain how we're going to handle the horses. Alright, so I'm hoping that we can get all the potatoes in here. We'll fill the first... yeah, I don't know which ones can take potatoes or not. Where is that button there? Let's see. It's got to be... I think I need to pull forward a bit. Does that one take potatoes? I think I'm on it, but my guess is I can't fill that. I don't know what I can fill that one with. This one's for logs. This one right here I can fill. Potatoes, start filling. And while that's filling, I got to go back into my silo here. And we're going to dump the rest of the potatoes in because that only held 200,000 liters. There we go. Get our morning exercise in. Oh, so you won't fill... I can't get out and you won't keep on filling up? Alright, well, we'll just sit here and wait. Alright, so one thing I learned, like I said, I don't use trains often, but I pull up to this car right here, and I'm like, really, how do you put grain in? Then I saw on the HUD it says, press N to open cover. Yeah, you gotta open the cover in order to fill it up. And I bet you that cart way back there might fill up as well. But as you can see, both carts, I got it all in. I do believe we got it all in, right? Yeah, no more potatoes in stock in the silo. So now I'm not going to make the same mistake as I did in the preview episodes of the Pacific Northwest. I'll make sure I had the right cart selected to unload. Like I said, I was hoping to make 40 grand off this, but that would mean the price would have to be at $200 per 1,000. But we do have 210,000 liters. So I think we're going to be just short of 40 grand. Am I doing that math correct? I think so. I think so. Let's go up here and find out. Finally putting the train to use. Yeah, this would be better than trying to load up the Volvo and hauling 90,000 liters up that hill, which it can do it, but it, why do it when you got the train? Oh, I better start slowing down because we're already here. Even going uphill and hitting the brakes is taking forever for this thing to slow down, but now we're fine. All right. Like I said, not going to be impressive, but you know what? It's income, and Rachael has her potatoes. Well, she'll have them in a while. They just got to prep the potatoes for her. Alright, so there's 17 grand. Let me switch cars. I don't want to do this mistake again. So yeah, I would need 23,000 off this trailer or cart. And I don't think it's going to quite reach there. I mean, it does hold more than the first cart, but I don't think it's going to be $23,000 worth. Maybe it will be. So 23,000. All right, good enough. When I get off the train, can I select that? If I hit cruise and get out, will it cruise on its own now? No, it won't. All right, whatever. Train can just sit there. The engine will shut off when I disappear. Alright, so the potatoes are sold. Good enough. The question is, I did not move this case off the field like I said I was going to. Come on, fold up. There we go. So I'm going to bring this back. I got to move some things around. We'll get the John Deere all settled, ready to go. And that potato field, yeah, we need to turn that over. I got to figure out what to plant in there. Because, you know, having a bare field right now is not good for us. We need cash. And here we are in the John Deere with the balloon tires or inflatable tires. I don't know what you want to call them, floating tires. Big tires. I got the wheel weights on there. No charge for the different set of tires for some reason. Don't ask. And of course we're using GPS. May as well. I mean, we got it, right? So might as well use it. And I just realized after selling potatoes, so we're back up to $640,000, which is where we started the day before. So I'm going to count that as 2 thumbs up. You know, when you're paying $160,000 a night, and you go from one to the other, and you still got the same amount as you started the day before right now, I'm going to count that as good. In a way. Obviously, you would like to have more money than the day before. But we will get there. Hopefully, at some point. Yeah, because today we're not going to make probably any cash, as we can see, because we have no crops ready for harvest. Yeah, instead of me lifting up the plow every time, it's going to leave it down. And I kind of need to figure out what I want to plant here. And I'm thinking we're going to go with soybeans. Just because. Like I said, I think our pigs are fine for a while. We need to plant some crops down. That will, in a couple days, definitely help us out that we can sell. Because that's what we need to do. We need to keep our head afloat for a while until we can afford to do something. Which sounds kind of stupid when we got all this big equipment. And we got a lot of fields. The thing is, like the cornfield that we have, once we bring that corn over to the pig food mixer, that should be fine for a couple days. So we can turn that big field over there, I think, which might be the biggest, right? Is that the biggest field? Yeah, that's probably the biggest of them all over here. Yeah, we can plant something there as well that we can sell. And of course, we do have the cotton. So yeah, we're going to be fine. It's going to be like a slow start to paying off this loan. Very slow. Like I said, I would like to buy the other field next to the cotton field and merge that together and get a bigger field, which I think we'll do. And once we buy that field, then I think we need to slowly start paying off the loan, so it's not 160 grand per night. You know, we can whittle that down some. I think what we'll do is we'll save like $5 million, you know, pay off at least $5 million of that loan, get it down to a $50 million loan, and then maybe look into our finances and see how everything's going and figure out, okay, what do we do with the next $5 million? Do we save it to pay off the loan, or save it to buy more land? So once we get done plowing this, the Case tractor, which is right over there, Case Quadratech, he's got the seeder over here. He needs to go grab the cultivator, and he needs to cultivate this field before we seed it. And yes, I know if you're new to the series, you probably went, well, that's a direct drill. No, we're going to cultivate it. When you plow a field, you should always cultivate it afterwards. I don't think a direct drill would appreciate it too much on a plowed field. If we're not plowing the field as this like it is, then yeah, I probably would just, not probably, I would just take the seed drill and just go ahead, direct drill it. But not after you plow it. Don't think I really need GPS for this last little stretch, so I turned that off. Nice little mod here, this, is it 8R? Yeah, the 8R. switching cab. Hopefully it doesn't... Yeah, with patch 1.4, sometimes when I go into in cabs, it'll like stutter for like a second or two. I'm like, don't you dare crash on. Yeah, I hope Giants is working on that. I know some people are not having the problem at all, but I know some people are having problems with lag and whatnot. And like I said last episode, I actually had the game crash on me for the first time. And that happened when I switched into cab. I will admit these fenders look kind of stupid on the front when you put the balloon tires on it. Just saying. Just saying. Alright, let's bring the plow back to where it needs to be. Oh, there's some lag right there. Oh, that's nice. I don't know what's causing the lag. I mean, it's not a constant thing. It's just a random thing. I mean, I can go like 10 minutes going through the same zones and nothing happens. And then for no reason, it's like, blip, 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 blip. Alright, so let me unfold the plow. There we go. Actually, I'll just leave the John Deere here for now. Every time I see that, I think, what? It needs lime. I remember needing lime because, I mean, that's the same color just about. Just about. Alright, the seed drill can stay here, but need to get the cultivator. We'll set him off on the worker, and we're going to head to the northern plateau because we got weeds up there we need to take care of. Plus the sheep. We got to make sure we clean the sheep every day because, yeah, we got our apple trees that going to require more fertilizer, I'm sure, by now. With just water, I think we'll get $50 an hour. Fertilizer and water, we'll get $100 an hour, and that's what we want to keep up. I know it's not much, but every little bit counts right now. I think the cultivator is going to be in the shed over there. And I'm not in no rush to get over to take care of the weeds in the cotton field because we got the herbicide spray that'll do that. And that'll take care of all stages of weeds. We just got to make sure we get it done before the crop is ready for harvest. And sometime in the future, I'll probably buy the all-arounder cultivator for down here. And maybe bring this one back up to the northern plateau. That way we don't have to truck a cultivator up and down, although we don't need the cultivator too much in the upper plateau because we're not going to be doing beet harvesting or root crop harvesting up there or corn for the most part. We need to put the beet harvester or root crop harvester away because he might be in the way of this guy. You go on ahead. Let's put that in, and also, I don't think I can fold it up until the belt system is in, so we'll fold that up. And before we park it up, we are going to go over and give it a quick wash. Harvesting potatoes can get rather dirty. Oh, that's right, the hose is on the other side. Tight squeeze. Yeah, that's good enough for that. Might be too close, may not be registering that I'm washing it. There we go. Get down there where all the dirt happens. Like I said before, if we really need cash, we got that tree harvester sitting there. But on hard economy, a full log trailer does not bring us in that much cash. But, you know, it's cash. Alright, I'm going to go park this away, and I'll meet you up in the northern plateau to where we can weed out one of our oat fields and take care of the sheep. Alright, sheep, hopefully you got lots of manure, but I don't think you got that much yet. We need more sheep, because that means more wool, and also means more manure for the apple trees. Yeah, 230 liters of manure is not much. But it's something, I guess. And I don't know how much manure this is going to go through. Yeah, there's not much in there from yesterday, so... And I think yesterday we put in a couple thousand liters, so that's not going to last throughout the day, but you know what? It is something. Alright, so let's put these things back here. Oh, there we go. Undo that. Undo that. Alright, these weeds are still in stage 1. Got the narrow tires still on it. We're going to grab our weeder and clear up this field. So we got a field of oats over there and the one behind us, which is going to help out the horses apparently. I feel like I trained that horse yesterday for, I don't want to say no reason, because he still has value to him more than the others. All right. Let's turn on. Oops. Yep. GPS there. Should be far enough there. Yep. There we go. Alt R. Looks good there. Lower that. Turn on GPS. And hopefully we can finish this before the weeds somehow magically turn over to stage 2. Because if they do, then that means we gotta grab some herbicide and finish it off. But also this means that this field probably is ready for also a stage of fertilization as well. But we're gonna do this field here first, weeding it out. And then I want to go grab my Volvo truck, and I believe the water tanker is at the hog barn. We gotta go give those horses some water. Don't want to go another day without giving them water. I don't know if the oat field over there will be ready in the afternoon or not, but as soon as they are done, we'll have to harvest those and bring them on over to the horses. I told Bill we weren't ready for him, but, you know, he opened up the stables. He wants that 25 grand a week for taking care of people's horses. Well, you might be wondering, wait a minute, he's going a different direction now. What's going on? GPS is turned off as well? Yeah, I made about 2 passes with the weeder. I mean, you saw 1 or 2 passes yourself, but not after long after that. The weeds started appearing, and the reason why I started going like this, because the weeds on this map are coming from our left to our right as we go, so I'm trying to keep ahead of them because they're just on the other side of the hill and they're coming this way. So I'm trying to stay ahead of it. There are some weeds at the lower end of the field. So yeah, I need a herbicide sprayer to get rid of those, or just say, yeah, well, it's not that many weeds, don't worry about it. But knowing me, I'm going to grab the herbicide sprayer at some point and probably take care of them. But I think I'm staying ahead of them. Even at ×5 speed, I'm ahead of them. I'm not going to see them come over the hill because I've already weeded the field, so I don't know exactly how far on the map, quote unquote, the weed growth stage is at. But I think at ×5 speed, I'm moving fast enough to keep ahead of the line. And I would assume our cultivator, the case would be done with cultivating by now, but shows you what I know. It's going to take them longer. Or maybe the message came up and I was all frustrated with the weeds. Here, if I bring you up to the top, we can kind of see how much weeds we got, which is not much. Yeah, there they are. The beautiful flowers that they are. Got some weeds. Like I said, not much, but enough to probably bring the herbicide spray over and just take a quick pass on it. Yeah, so hopefully those oats will be ready this afternoon. At least before dark, so I can top off the horses. Let's go ahead and put this in here. Lower that down. And getting to fertilizing it later on. Oh yeah, he's just about done there. Alright, let's grab our truck. We'll get it out of the silo area, because we don't own this. And we'll just park this right over here for now. And we'll come down here, and it's going to be perfect that we can grab the case. We'll fold up the cultivator, put that aside, hook right to the seed drill, and yes, soybeans is the name of the game today. Job well done, sir. And same thing, we'll just park it over here into our neighbor's field. He won't mind. All right, not cotton, not grass, wheat, barley, potatoes, sugar beet, corn, canola, oats, sugarcane, sunflowers, soybeans. I think that's going to be more than enough to finish out the field. If not, well, refill points are right here. I'm just not doing it now because I want to refill it after we get done. Or after the worker gets done, because we're off to give the water some horses. How about give the horses some water? That might help. And try to top them off with some hay as well. Alright, so he is off and running. Our truck is still running. Time to go grab our water trailer and see if we can make the horses a little bit healthier. Yep, so we've had the horses for about a day, and this is the first amount of water they're going to get as I take the roof off the stable. Good plan there. Yeah, we'll just push that guy out of the way. Come on, where's the trigger here? Water anywhere, please? Alright, let's move that. Whoa, I'm on the roof. Can I get out now? There we go. I mean, I know it's old equipment, not worth much, but I don't need to be wrecking it and pushing it out of the way that way. Oh, there we go. I was like, oh, I don't remember the tractor being that quiet. It took a second for it to start up. That might be the new sound effects that the mod may need. As for this guy... Whoa, there's a water trigger. Wow, okay. Nope. Nope. There, don't move. Alright, no one move. Did they get all the water they need? Water, 5,000 liters. Alright, so right now their health is at 79%. Probably because they don't have no oats, but at least they got water. I can't give them oats for a while until we're ready. Can I get out of here? This way? This way? This way? There we go. And there is a fill point right up here that we'll just park the truck at and let that fill up for a while. And yeah, I'm having issues with the fill points with my modded equipment. It's like I have to be in a certain area for them to fill. How about here? There we go. Alright, so what I'm going to do is, because this is going to take me a while, is I need to head back to our hay maker. I'm going to grab some more hay, come back here and top off the horses, and probably wrap up the episode. This little tractor and trailer is coming in handy down here, although I will say the speed is not the greatest, so if I'm in a hurry, this is not the tractor I want to take. But it's fun to use. Alright, horsies. Here's a little bit more food for you. I know you probably want some oats, but, you know, maybe later on in the day. Maybe. Now that they've had some water for a while. Still says 79%. The hay is looking better. Yes, so I'll have to see if this goes up. Where is Falcon? 79% as well. Yeah, we'll have to see if their health goes up after I give them oats. And I do believe our Case Quadratech has finished doing what he needed to do, which sure looks like he did. While we're here, let's turn this guy around as quickly as I can. This seedrill does not turn as easy as other ones, but I mean, it's a big seedrill. And time to spend some cash, but it needs to be done. And it won't be too much cash. Yeah, so next episode, depending on how our fields go... Come on, Seeds, where are you? There you are. As we look at our fields here, I mean, these are in the last growth stage. All these, I don't think this one is. Maybe it is. Yeah. But I mean, first thing, I mean, if this field's ready for harvest, or the other ones, the oats are going to be harvested first for sure. So we can, you know, keep those horses happy, because we are getting paid 25 grand per week. We won't get paid 25 grand till next week, so next Monday is when we'll get our 25 grand. I mean, it's not much, but it is something. But we'll go park this up. But I mean, if worse comes to worse, we have nothing to harvest, we'll be cutting down some trees, and it'll be up by our log cabin to make it easier for me to park there. Don't run over any sunflowers. No, okay, I missed them. Now this seedrill could use a bath, so we're gonna go clean that. Think I can kind of sneak through here. Yeah, I should be able to. A little bit of a kiss to the tree harvester. Nope. Nope. Alright, how about this side? I need to lose some weight, apparently. Probably some of my stuff could use a little bit of repair, but with the money situation, we're going to hold out for a little bit until they're in dire need of repair. Yeah, that's looking pretty good now, isn't it? All good and clean. Ready for the next few batches of seeding down here. Case is a little bit dirty, but it's perfectly fine. Am I going to be able to turn? Yeah, just barely. Yeah, so now would be a good time for me just to go grab some lunch and figure out what I'm going to need to do in the afternoon. But so far, so good this week on the Pacific Northwest. It's looking pretty good right now. Not, I shouldn't say pretty good. It's looking just good. Keep it at that. Yeah, we'll have to get these in use probably this afternoon. We'll bring them over to the cotton field and grass field. The grass field does not need herbicide, but it does need fertilized spraying. That's for darn sure. But that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on the Pacific Northwest. But until then, have a good one.